Ready?
Yeah.
I still don't know who I'm going to pick. Hey guys, how's it going? Ricky here from Most Valuable Podcast, along with Brandon Swanson, here to give you, this is what, week numero cinco?
Yeah,
Week five for the college football picks. And if you're new to how this works, me and Brandon give you our picks in this video. The rest of the MVP crew, down in the description, there's a link to mostvaluablepodcasts.com where the rest of the MVP guys made their picks for this week. I'll let you know, Brandon, wasn't that hot of a week for me. Was not too hot. I'm looking to pick it up here. Let's get right into it, though. Game number one, I should say. This is a Friday night matchup. Friday night lights in college football. Number 7, Stanford. Number 10, Washington. Who are you going with?
Well, Stanford seemed to have a little bit of trouble with UCLA over the weekend. They end up getting the win, but I think that they really struggled a little bit in that one. They weren't able to get it going early, and some would say that UCLA actually held down Christian McCaffrey because I don't think he was able to score, was he?
I don't think so.
I don't think he was. I think he just had over 100 yards, like 136 or something like that.
Which is good for the McCaff.
Which is very good, but if you hold him down to not being able to score, I think that's pretty impressive as well. For Washington, this is a team that has stayed pretty consistent, flying under the radar, but staying pretty consistent. They're coming
who have they played?
Yeah,
that's the Sean Anderson coming out.
They come into this week ranked number 10, Stanford at number 7. Stanford is not going to have trouble with Washington this week. Stanford will win this one.
Sorry, Sean. Got to go with Stanford. Washington to me. This is going to be a close game, but I just like Stanford better, and I'm not ballsy enough to pick the upset in this one. Here's one that I'm definitely not going to pick the upset in because Badger fans, I will tell you this, Patty Kane has left the building. He's not going to be reciting what he said after the 2010 Stanley Cup. He's got to start playing hockey on Wednesday, so he couldn't be here on Tuesday to record with us. But the Badgers and the Wolverines, and I'm wearing khakis, so yeah, I'm going to go with Jim Harbaugh and Du Bois. So who you got, Brandon? Badgers or Wolverines?
Well, after the Georgia State game, clearly both of us thought, nope, this Wisconsin team is so far off the tracks. Absolutely nothing's going to go well. So then last week we say, absolutely not a chance. Michigan State will dominate. I'm sitting at the Notre Dame game looking as the scores are coming up across the board, 30-6 Wisconsin. I'm thinking, holy crap. Holy crap.
Wasn't a good time. And I got to say, Rocky Jack on Twitter let me know about it. He let me know that I didn't pick the Badgers. I wanted to pick the Badgers because I'm like, I can't pick against them. Then I looked and they're playing Michigan. I went, what? Can't pick against Michigan. They're my team this year. Well, one of my 3 teams.
They're your team every year, I feel like, now that Harbaugh's there.
Yeah,
but Wisconsin
Houston,
and Michigan,
Louisville,
Wisconsin, no one cares anymore, Ricky.
Texas.
Wisconsin, at a 4-0 start, who've they played? They've played some people.
LSU.
They've played very, very well. Michigan, they have played very well this season. Wisconsin, Michigan, who even cares? Wisconsin.
Wow, going with the Badgers over the Wolverines?
I know I'm not going to win this game, but I'm going to say Wisconsin just because they really are hot right now. They're really hot right now, and some people may say maybe Michigan State isn't as good as people thought. I think Michigan State is still good. Michigan is very, very good, but someone's got to go with Wisconsin, right? I am going with the Badgers because they have the hot hand right now. Michigan is good. Michigan is very good, but if they can slow up that offense, get them out of sync just a little bit, Wisconsin can get the win.
And Brandon's probably thinking, hey, if most of the guys from MVP pick Michigan, maybe I can gain a game on some people.
No, I'm so far out of it. I have been so awful. It's been so sad.
How about the next one? And this is another team where it's like, I thought you guys should have lost to Appalachian State, should have lost to Florida. Tennessee going up against Georgia. I don't want to pick them, but based off of last week, I got to pick Tennessee because Georgia didn't look good against Ole Miss. But they're Georgia and Nick Chubb, but I'm going to go with Tennessee, even though I'm going to hate myself for it each and every day.
Tennessee, a team that's really, I think, at 4-0 has been up and down, though. They've been an up and down 4-0 team.
They're here, then they're here, then they're here.
And see, that's the problem, is that Tennessee, they're the team that will be down 21-3 and end up winning 38-28. But at the same time, they're the team that can't score but a couple of points against Appalachian State, and it takes them overtime to win. So where has this team been this year? They have not been completely consistent, good enough to be 4-0. Tennessee, Georgia did not look good last week. Got to go Tennessee.
How about the next one? This one, I don't even have to say. I'm just going to say the game, and then the logo is going to pop up. I want to say right around here where my hand is. Louisville-Clemson. You guys know who I'm picking.
Louisville-Clemson, and this is going to be a game that a lot of people are going to be circling for games to watch on Saturday. Absolutely, you should be.
And the wagons. They're circling the wagons that game.
For Clemson, it's Deshaun Watson. And it's a guy, where's your head been this season? Clearly not necessarily all in the game. Watson even said earlier in the season that the pressure of last season, the pressure of the media weighing down on his shoulders. Well, guess what? That pressure from the media, no longer on your shoulders. It's in the other locker room on the shoulders of Action Jackson.
Action Jackson, baby.
So right now, Deshaun Watson, this is your time to shine, because guess what? There is no pressure from the media on you. Go out, perform how you did last week, and you'll get the win. But you won't, because Louisville will.
Let's go bold here. 10 touchdowns for Action Jackson.
Okay, that's
Probably
you. You're on your
happen.
own. You are on your own.
10, but can we say maybe 8?
You're nuts.
Score 8?
You're really nuts. This isn't Madden, and you're not controlling the offense.
But Lamar Jackson looks like he's in a Madden game each and every week.
10 touchdowns, rookie. 10 touchdowns.
Fine, I'll settle for 8. Can we at least settle for... Here, I'll tell you this. Under over 7 touchdowns. You taking the under, the over, or are we getting even from 7 touchdowns?
I'm taking the under.
Jackson. He's going to have less than 7 touchdowns?
Yes, you act like that's ridiculous.
For Lamar Jackson? Oh, it is for Lamar Jackson, but you guys let us know. We got one more game to pick. It's a team that I said a few minutes ago, one of my 4 teams this year that I love to root for, especially during basketball season. Texas going up against Oklahoma State. Hook 'em horns. Oklahoma State has lost all their mojo. Lost to Central Michigan, lost to Baylor. Season's over. Pack it up, hook 'em horns.
Oklahoma State really has struggled this season. They certainly have not been the same team that they were last year, being able to put up points the way that they did and be so competitive and really kind of steamroll some teams. It hasn't been the same boys team. Definitely, I'm going same, hook 'em horns.
And I have a feeling after this game, Mike Gundy might be saying,
I'm a man! I'm 40!
Might have one of those rants after this one from the old Gundy Meister, but this is where you guys come in. Let us know down below what you guys think. Who do you got winning these games? Are we wrong? Are we right? Let us know. Also, go and hit us up on Twitter. Both of those are in the description. And then right here, you see it below us. Go hit up our Patreon page. You like what we're doing. You like the podcast. You want to see more video podcasts. Check out the Patreon page. It's just an extra way for you guys to support us, to make sure that we can do extra things for you guys. Get extra equipment to do multiple things. One of the ideas that we have is a Madden tournament between us and the guys here, but we need little clip-on mics to do that. Or we want to run a 100-meter for you guys or play pickup basketball. But how do we pick up that sound? We need little clip-on mics. And how do we get that? From you guys graciously watching, liking, subscribing, and checking out our Patreon page. So I want to thank you guys for watching this video. And as always, have a good day, everybody.